Dada, may I ask a question? I'm trying to have God with me all the time, but it seems impossible to achieve. How do I get near to God?
See, many years ago, a conclave of hatha yogis, men who claimed to have tremendous yogic power, had gathered on the banks of a holy river. Huge crowds of men and women from nearby villages and towns had assembled to watch them demonstrate their feats. At some point, a question arose.
These yogis are doing tremendous amount of effort in their feats. But don't you want to know who's believed to have more acceptance from God?
Of course I want to know. Everyone here wants to know.
Oh yeah, who is the greatest?
I'm surely the most acceptable to the Lord, for I can walk upon water as ordinary mortals walk upon earth.
So saying, he swiftly walked across the flowing water and back to where they stood.
This is nothing, for I can fly up in the sky and come down wherever I choose.
I am the most acceptable to the Lord, for I am the greatest of all astrologers. I know the past, the present, and the future. You, over there, please approach.
To prove his claim, he singled out a stranger from the crowd and narrated all the incidents from his past life. That stranger agreed that the account was indeed accurate. The crowd was amazed by his confidence and accuracy.
I think the astrologer is the best. No,
Do you know? Fire cannot burn me. Let a youth-born fire be lit, and I shall prove it to you.
I can stay alive even if I'm buried deep down in the ground.
At that moment, Sadhu Vaswani and I were passing when... Dada? Hey, Dada's here!
Dada, Achivio, Dada has come.
Dada, please come, have a seat.
What is happening over here, Bhaiya? Do please tell me.
The yogis are trying to prove which one of them is nearest to God.
Ah, Gurudev?
Yes, Dada. We simply cannot make up our minds as to which one of these powerful men is the most acceptable to the Lord.
He who is the humblest is also the greatest. The most difficult feat a man can perform is to kill his ego and consider himself but as a speck of dust on the Lord's feet. This is a sadhana that none of us has mastered.
So Dadaji, what is the purpose of life? Why have we come to this earth plane? Why are we engaged in this rushed and frenzied activity?
The ultimate goal in our lives is to attain heaven.
Yes, of course.
Every man desires the joys and pleasures of heaven. Yes. Swamiji, everyone desires to attain heaven. But the question arises on how do we attain it?
Surrender the attachments and pleasures of this world and be completely focused on the practice of sadhanas. It is through tapasya that a man can come out of darkness and ignorance.
But in my opinion, to attain heaven, it is necessary to visit the temple regularly, and one must also carry out regular pujas and study the holy scriptures. This is the one and only path to salvation. No, I would believe the most important thing is the knowledge of the Vedas. The comprehension of Vedas is most supreme. Without it, a man's life is a sheer waste.
Maharishi, it is essential to abstain from food and water. Only after observing severe fast we can be worthy to enter heaven.
According to the Vedas, in order to be liberated from this vicious cycle of birth and death, we should regularly conduct yajnas and havans. Offerings put in the havan can wipe out sins accumulated over several births. More important than all these is to visit the four holy pilgrim spots: Jagannath Puri, Rameshwar, Dwarka, or Badrinath. A trip to these four holy places will surely ensure us a place in heaven.
Doing pujas, reciting the holy scriptures, visiting the four pilgrimage spots, going to the temples, study of the Vedas are all very good things. Everyone wishes to go to heaven. But tell me, who amongst you is ready to sacrifice the heaven world?
Sacrifice heaven?
Dadaji, you do not want to go to heaven? What is this that you're saying?
Dadaji, don't you wish to attain heaven? What is the reason for this?
I do not long for the joys of heaven. On the earth plane, here are so many who are burning in the fires of poverty. Their lives are filled with suffering and pain. I have but this one prayer to the Lord to make me an instrument to alleviate their suffering. I do not aspire for mukti. I wish to be born again and again, if only I might be of some help to those who suffer and are in pain. I do not aspire for mukti, mujhe na pyas mukti ki.
फना हो जाऊं है एक प्यास फना हो जाऊं है एक प्यार दरिद्रों के चरणों में मैं देखूं प्रियतम का प्रकाश मैं देखूं प्रियतम का प्रकाश